Hello, I'm Mark Ritmanek, founder and CEO of FortéOne. This video is part of our series, Thriving in a Changing Middle Market. Today, I will discuss some of the supply chain issues that our middle market clients are encountering and how you can address them. Middle market supply chains were often operating ineffectively before the pandemic due to an inability to consistently balance supply and demand and to meet customer expectations. The pandemic has stressed these weak supply chains due to supplier and operations disruptions. While top-level management may have been concerned with their operational performance prior to the pandemic, when the supply chain breaks down, they become involved. I think Warren Buffett said it best, when the tide goes out, you can see who's been swimming naked. And this pandemic has certainly lowered the tide with supply chains and exposed some practices that are putting companies in jeopardy. First, no one in the C-suite is responsible often for inventory. You need to name a single individual responsible for improving demand and supply balance every day, not just when the supply chain breaks. Trying to fix your supply chain after it breaks is disruptive and it's costly. So how do you solve this? First, assign one senior individual to oversee everything relative to inventory. Have that person be the final word on balancing demand and supply. Second, document the criteria for making decisions and ensure all business functions understand how these inventory decisions are made. It then becomes less of an emotional decision and more of an exercise in critical thinking. The second issue, many of our clients today are unable to balance demand and supply. They don't understand what factors are impacting the overall supply chain performance. And usually, it is an imbalance in not one, but several factors. It is our experience that multiple supply chain challenges need to be addressed together in order to improve performance. This requires effective demand planning, material planning, warehouse management, and operations planning to deliver on the promise to the customer. Addressing just one of these functions in isolation will cost you money and time, but rarely will it fix the problem. So the first solution is to start with enterprise data and analyze your current performance. Gut feel and intuition are not effective tools to manage your supply chain. Evaluate your internal performance and your supplier's performance. Understand how each partner impacts the performance of both partners, then work to improve the performance for both entities. Our second tip, regarding suppliers, we always recommend multiple suppliers for two reasons. First, situations change with suppliers, and we are certainly seeing this with the current pandemic. You need to insulate your company from unforeseen challenges with key suppliers, and having a second source is just smart insurance. Second, having multiple suppliers keeps everyone honest with pricing. We also recommend negotiating procurement contracts with these suppliers on at least an annual basis for two reasons: consolidate your spend, and second, let them know they can depend on you for a portion of their annual revenue. This is just good practice with strategic partners. The third issue we find is a metric-driven performance culture based on good business data often does not exist in middle market companies. In our experience, supply chain failures occur on a regular basis due to inaccurate data. And a lack of quality data makes adjusting to supply chain pandemic challenges more costly, and it delays the time needed to address supply chain failures. So how do you solve this? First, critically assess your data quality, and depending upon the outcome, implement a business data improvement project for your company. Over time, your people will feel much more comfortable using the data to make timely and more accurate business decisions. To find out more, You can go to our website, FortéOne.com, and click on Supply Chain. I also offer you the opportunity to get a free 30-minute consultation. Our clients have found that even a short conversation can be very valuable for their business. Thank you for your time. We're excited to continue sharing with you some tactics to help you deal with the challenges of 2020 and to help you thrive in the middle market.